Okay, hi, I'm Simon and this is
Laura.
Okay, so we're both motorcycle instructors for RMT Motorcycle Training, and obviously we've got Motorcycle Riders Hub as well. So Motorcycle Riders Hub is an online motorcycle training platform, and basically it gives you all the training resources for CBT, direct access, Module 1, Module 2 and some advanced training as well. And if you feel that way inclined, then you can go onto the continent and we'll give you a lot of information, and we do some training trips as well. So they're advanced training tours over on the continent. But that's not what I'm doing today. Today we're going to open this little package here. Basically, we've been using Cardo radios for our motorcycle training for many, many years. And as you see on the helmet there, we've got the Cardo Black, cracking piece of kit, and in the tiny little pouches here, you know, students do drop out of radios from time to time, so we do have to protect them. And basically when they're in the students' hands and they just drop them on the floor, they can cause quite a bit of damage. So we do look after them like that. So basically, the Cardo that we've got now is the new upgraded Edge. What you see normally on these kind of videos on YouTube and other places is a real stage kind of opening of the box. Well, this isn't staged. This is in a packet, and basically we're just going to open it and see what's inside. We will need a few tools to get inside, so we need a pair of scissors. Don't leave these lying around because guys are quite handy with breaking things, and you know, it's a sharp implement, and if you give this to a bloke, it's going to be a problem, isn't it, Laura? And also we've got one of these scalpely things. Again, keep away from men because men are dangerous with things like this, so I'm going to give it to Laura. But I have got a hammer because basically women fix things with hammers, don't they? But Laura will need this when she's fitting it into the helmet later on. I'll move that out of the way before I get clouted with it. Okay, Laura, so you've used Cardo for many years. What do you think of Cardo?
Well, previously to Cardo, we were using some really old-fashioned handheld walkie-talkie radios, and we'd been really reluctant to move forward with Bluetooth radios because the range and the signal was a bit hit and miss, and in many forums that we are associated with instructors, you can see within the forums how frustrated they are with Bluetooth. So when we moved over to Cardo, it just completely transformed the way that we communicated on tour. That was fantastic. And communicated with our customers on tour, but more importantly, how we communicate with our students here, doing our day-to-day training for learner level especially. The clarity is unbelievable, and you know, we don't have to repeat and keep stopping because
check
they can
radios,
hear, making sure that, you know, students with the old style radios would quite often lose signal, or it would break up and they'd only be able to hear part of it. And aside from that, there was always a lot of wind noise, and sometimes now students, if I'm quiet on the radio, are convinced that the radio switched off.
Yeah, it's broken, it's not working.
Can you just, I can't hear you. I haven't said anything. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of what they've done for our training, it has upgraded us hugely, so I'm really pleased with them.
Okay, great. So which implement do you want to open this? You can take your pick.
Okay.
These are dangerous for men.
Yeah, I know.
Both of them.
Absolutely. I'll go with the scissors then.
Okay.
Okay.
Wrong choice.
Well, I would always open my parcels with scissors, so.
Would you? If I'm like a kid at Christmas, I'd be ripping that open. I wouldn't be all nice and neat like you are.
Yeah, just in case you need the packaging again, that's my...
Oh, you're trying to say it's going to be broken?
Okay. Oh, wow, it's been well packed.
Yeah. Move them away from me. See, I'd be ripping that open. I wouldn't be messing about like you are. Come on, Laura, they want to see,
Ta-da! Packtalk Edge.
Yeah.
Looks very snazzy, like
Yeah,
the packaging.
looking good.
Move that out of the way.
Yeah.
So this is where I need to be careful.
She doesn't know how to get into it.
Oh, I told you.
Yeah, ripped the package already, look. Hasn't even used it. Never trust
But
a
it's
woman.
okay, it's fine because there's more packaging. Okay. So,
Okay, so Cardo Packtalk Edge. Yeah, nice box. Black. It's not the black though, it's the Packtalk Edge.
there we go. New unit. Obviously, it doesn't fit the old style
No.
unit. It's got a different harness.
Yeah.
But that doesn't bother me particularly. I probably could do with a new harness with the amount. I
Well, these are
use.
magnetic, so
Okay.
whereas you have a look at the old one,
Clip on.
if we took that off, we'd have to press the button at the back
Yeah.
and then
Unclip
disconnect.
it, yeah.
That one just will not fit on because it's magnetic, and
Yeah.
basically the magnet sticks straight onto the side of the unit and it clamps into place, so that's great.
Okay. Cardo sticker. Oh yeah.
Little things.
This is
Please, little
this is
lines.
definitely going to be useful.
Yeah.
Download the app to your phone, Simon.
Look, I'm old. There's no way I'm doing all this technical stuff.
And obviously you've got your instructions, installation guide,
Yeah,
or there's a pocket guide.
I wouldn't bother with them, Laura, because if the blokes are watching, they're just going to go straight into the unit, try and fit it,
Yeah.
and then they'll go back to the instructions afterwards. You know what we're like.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we'll have a go first, and then we'll read the stuff afterwards
Yeah.
if it don't work.
Okay, and then obviously your box of
Should we just get rid of some of these
yeah,
bits and pieces? So
Yeah.
we've got the starter kit here.
Headphones.
Yeah, good.
I think those are spares, and the stickers for the inside of your helmet to keep the headphones in place, your harness, and I guess most importantly you've got your mic here as well.
Okay.
And that looks like a charging unit, USB to, oh, it's a mini USB, is it?
Yeah, that's obviously goes into the back for the charging of that unit.
Okay.
I have actually got one of these, and they're great. So for the charging, we open up the little thing at the back. I don't want to break it, but there we go. So if we open that up at the back, then the mini USB? This one.
Probably going to be hauled up on that. I don't think it's a mini USB. I'm not technical.
It's one of the new style.
It's a plug.
One of the new style fitments. So basically it goes in the back of the unit. That will go into your computer when you need to do your pairing up, and we really do recommend that when you get these units and they're brand new, that you do the firmware update straight away. That gives you a better, a much better unit because you get the latest firmware, and then obviously that's your charging as well, so that's great. Just to open up these little packets really out of the box, you open that one for me, Laura. Inside this one, yeah, we've got a side kind of fitment for the helmet, and in here we've got a few little pads to clean the helmet properly, clean the unit, a few sticky pads as well with Velcro on. These ones will go into the helmet, these little round ones, because the speakers that Laura's got now, so you pop that inside your helmet. And
JBL speakers as well.
Yeah, really good.
So an upgrade on previous ones, I believe.
Great. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
So the sticker will go inside the helmet, and then the pads, the earpieces will stick on there, and they'll stay inside the helmet where they should be. And then obviously we've got a few spare bits and pieces in there. Microphone for somebody who's got a full face helmet, and that would go into the side of the unit in there. I'll show you that in a second. And then basically that would run around the helmet if it's a full face and go into the chin guard. This one is great because it's the stick on. Basically pull the little red tabs off and that sticks onto the helmet. Once that's stuck onto the helmet, then the unit will click straight onto that. And that's just a little tab that you'll fit together, and we'll show you the fitment in a little while anyway. We've already talked about the microphone, and that will go onto this unit here. So basically what happens on this unit, you've got this can either be fitted onto the unit, and that will be slid underneath the helmet, like this one basically, where it's the helmet supported. This one is where it sticks onto the side of the helmet, and in both cases this little baby here will go onto that or that, and then the unit itself, which is here, that just fits straight onto there, and you can hear it click on, and that's a great piece of kit for, you know, for security, if you like. So these two little toggles that come down basically off the unit, that one of them's a microphone and one of them's the earpiece. So this one, male and female, goes together. That will go into the helmet, and this one goes onto the microphone, so it goes straight in, as long as we get it the right way round. Don't put a square peg into a round hole sign. Okay, and there we go. If it doesn't fit, force it. You got a dirty mind. Okay, and like I said, the other one would be fitting exactly the same. Same again, if it doesn't fit.
There's arrows telling you where to put it.
Well, there is, but if you
They're not painted on, Simon.
Yeah.
You're not made of wood.
No, I'm not. I'm only human. So there we go. That's taken out of the box. So what do you think? I can't even undo this now. So what do you think then, Laura?
I'm very excited to try it. I'm impressed with the harness being magnetic.
Yeah.
I'm already impressed with Cardo, and actually I have the Cardo, not the black but the bold.
Bold looking.
So there's been a couple of versions since then. So
Yeah.
I am looking forward to.
But you have used the black.
Yes, I've used the black. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to the difference, because my Packtalk Bold is my regular training radio, so it'll be.
One thing I have noticed with this is the unit itself doesn't have an aerial like this one.
Oh yeah, okay, that'll be good.
And basically this one's got a real. I think they're a bit flimsy.
They are. My students keep accidentally flipping them up.
Yeah,
I think after
and
a
they
while
do break as well. And you can see this one's quite loose. You must have had this a year or so, but that's quite loose. I mean, it does still work, but this one, I think the actual earpiece, the wiring through the earpiece becomes the antenna.
Yeah.
And if that's the antenna that's going around your head, then you've probably got a much better signal than you have with just a tiny little kind of antenna.
Yeah.
And I never really thought the antennas did that much good anyway, to be fair. But you know, that's just part and parcel of having, you know, a first generation or maybe second gen, third gen, and as they improve, they obviously make alterations to improve the standard of the kit. So I'm really impressed with it as well. Look, there is a fitting guide as well. There's a you know, in here there's a fitting guide. It tells you about Packtalk Edge. It's a full guide on how to set up as well. You know, we only use them as radios, so what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to start going into how you start pairing up with your sat nav and your phone and your music and all that nonsense. And the reason being, I don't use the Cardo system for that. I only use it for communication while we're training. Personally, I don't like to be that distracted when I'm riding, and you know, I've never listened to music. I find that quite dangerous when I'm riding with people who are listening to music and they get lost in the vibes, and you know, and you're trying to get their attention, or they keep slowing down and speeding up when you're riding. They lose concentration. So that's something I don't like to do. I've never really done it. Answering the phone, you know, I don't really like answering the phone anyway. Although I am a bit of a talker, as you're probably going to find out if you're going to sign up to this channel. But basically, I don't like the distractions on the bike, and that includes a mobile phone. The sat nav, I've got eyes; they're not painted on. Laura's already said that. And I look at the sat nav and I basically understand where I'm going before I use the sat nav. I want to know where I'm going on a map. I want to know where I'm going properly before I start my journey, and I don't want something telling me where to go, because sometimes I change my mind and we go a different route.
We ignore the sat nav.
Yeah, I do.
You.
Well, I do ignore the sat nav because I think sometimes it's wrong, but I don't want it telling me
Yeah.
when I'm trying to talk to somebody. I don't want it kicking in and being a distraction.
I think the most important thing for us is that when we're on tour, we try and encourage everybody to purchase a Cardo so that we can all communicate, because we can pair up to, I believe, 15 riders.
15 riders over 5 miles or so,
which is fantastic.
Maybe even further.
So what we don't want is, if somebody's taking a phone call, then they might miss out on some of the conversation that's important.
Yeah, and we don't want to hear them talking to someone on the phone.
I don't think you will.
No, especially if they had an argument with their missus.
But anyway,
moving on.
it's a good bit of kit, and we're looking forward to getting this in my helmet.
Okay, great. So basically that's opening of the box. If you want to see the next bits, or you want to sign up to the channel, then give us a thumbs up, even share the video, or subscribe, and if you ring the little bell, then you'll also get the notifications of the next bits and pieces that we're going to do in the future. So thanks for watching.